What's going on, everybody? And welcome to Real Talk with J and M. I'm Jay.
And I'm M. And welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hey. This is episode 3.
You just shot me a bird because of your background. You're like, this is episode 3.
There you go, 3.
3, yeah, there you go. All right, so we've talked about it before, World of Warships, but you said they came out with something new today or yesterday or something like that. I haven't seen it yet, but it sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, I re-downloaded World of Warships on my PC, and I started playing it today, and I ran across something because it popped up as a get your submarine now. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go get the submarine, and I'm going to try it. I haven't seen anything online about it. I haven't seen anybody post any videos of it. So I was like, I'm going to try this crap out because I think submarines are really cool. So I go over to the armory, and you have to meet certain requirements. You have to get coal, and then you submit the coal, and then it gives you this ticket to get 3 submarines. You get a German submarine, a Russian submarine, and a U.S. submarine. But one of the requirements that I didn't know about right at the beginning was you have to be a level 12. Luckily, I'm well above level 12. So I had to go back out, start the game back up, and then I got the submarine and I tried it. And I had a blast. But it's really awesome. But there's one thing that I don't like about it, and it's the fact that you don't have a periscope.
Nice.
So aiming is kind of weird and difficult. Because once you get within a certain range of your torpedoes, not only do you have to lead them, but you're underwater and you can't really see the ships. You just see an outline of it.
Okay, so the submarine that's your ship. It's not like you got a ship and you're shooting off the planes or whatever like that. You're not shooting out submarines to go do whatever. You're the actual sub. Okay, okay.
That's your actual ship that you're using in battle, and it's pretty cool because when you get close enough, you have to hit 1 on your keyboard, which does this little sonar thing where it shoots out this sonar signal, and then you have a plus or a minus on each end of the ship that you're trying to target. And while they're lit up, if you aim it right at those ends, those little circles plus or minus, it lights up green, and then you shoot your torpedoes. Well, your torpedoes are supposed to follow it, which is weird because they didn't have homing torpedoes in World War II.
Yeah.
But I think that's their way of trying to do without the periscope.
Okay.
I'd rather have the periscope and have the normal.
We're gonna give you homing torpedoes because you can't see shit.
Yeah, but it's got a constant sonar ping that it does to show you show you what's underneath the water. You're getting too shallow, too deep, and you can dive really deep in the.
I always go too deep.
Okay, that is not what she said. But no, what's really bad about it though is when you go. I mean, it's not bad. It's a good thing. It's cool because it's more accurate. But if you go beyond 5 meters or 6 meters underwater, which it tells you how deep you are, has a little meter counter. You shoot a torpedo, it'll raise up just a little bit, but you can actually shoot your torpedoes underneath the ships. I did that a couple of times before I figured it out.
So you got to get up,
okay. You got to be at the right depth in order to hit the ship, but you can't do a full spread of 4 torpedoes. You can only shoot 2 torpedoes, and then you have a second set of torpedoes right behind it, so that you can shoot. But
that background, it's making you look like you got little bitty nub fingers. Hang on, I'm trying to do it. All I see is in Vietnam. Take my good hand.
You don't get that away from me.
All right, so I got a story for you. All right, so I got slugs on my tomato plant, my pepper plants, stuff like that. So talked to my wife, and we needed to go get some kind of slug be gone, some kind of something, right?
Yeah.
So we go to Lowe's, and if you go into Lowe's where we live, you have to wear a mask. It's you have to wear the mask to walk in right now because of the coronavirus and all that stuff. Anyways, so we walk in the outdoor section. I got my mask on, and I walk straight over. Like, she goes, I know exactly where it's at, and she goes off. I'm like, no, it's inside. I'm gonna go to where the stuff is. So I go over there, and she's just gonna ask somebody where it's at, right?
Yeah.
So I get over there, and I can smell all the chemicals and all that stuff through my mask.
Yeah.
Well, I look around, and there's nobody. So I blast off like 3. I mean, just boom. I mean, I bombed that place, right? So I'm sitting there.
Okay.
And I'm hang on. I'm proud of myself. Like, I just did that, and nobody knows. Nobody even has an idea.
What you didn't realize was that there was some poor dude working, minding his own business, putting screws on the shelf or weed whacker string out. And he heard it. He heard it. And he just went,
What was that? But all right, so I blast these 3 out, right? And I look around again, and there's nobody. Nobody. I don't see him.
No.
All of a sudden, I hear her voice. And I just kind of look, and she's right there with a female Lowe's associate. And the first thing that comes out of the female Lowe's associate's mouth is, I hate coming to this section. It always smells bad. And I went, yeah, you can smell these chemicals pretty bad.
that's awful.
I thought it was great.
No, I'm gonna give it to you. That was impressive. I like it. I like the fact that you actually were able to play it off. Was it off?
Oh yeah, it was 3. Yeah, blasts like bullhorns. So, yeah. See, the thing is I don't know if it's a talent, a skill, or something that you acquire over time, but you got to know how to cover them up, and you got to get to these certain spots where you go, yep, I can do it here, and nobody will know.
Oh man. Well, that's why I don't walk behind you when we're in stores together.
Yeah, it's a bad place to be. Well, like
Every
if you
time
see,
we go to a store, you shit on me.
yeah, that's the goal.
Well, I understand that, but the last time I thought you actually shit your pants. It sounded wet.
Well,
I mean,
it's a possibility.
diarrhea wet.
Well, no, I haven't done that in public.
Like, oh my God, I need to go right now. Oh, speaking of taking a turd.
This is where we're going. We're going down that alley.
Oh, we're going here tonight. There was where the hell was it? Oh, it was at a DG, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I went into the D. No, oh no, it wasn't the DG. It was some kind of like Five Below kind of like place, but it wasn't Five Below. It was some kind of knockoff. But I walked in there because the store that me and my wife were in, they didn't have a public restroom. I was like, who doesn't have a public restroom in your store?
Yeah.
You're an asshole. But so I had to go out of the store, go all the way down to the end of the strip mall area to find someone that would let me use their bathroom. So I go in there, and dude, at this point, I'd had like 2 cups of coffee. Everything's just moving. There's no.
Yeah, you're ready.
Oh yeah.
You're primed.
Oh yeah, it was like pumped up, man. It was. Whew. So I'm doing like the shuffle, clenching the butt shuffle.
Yeah, ass cheeks sweating.
Oh yeah, you're like trying to hold back an eruption from Mount St. Helens or some shit. So I get into the bathroom, and there's like 2 stalls, and I go. Of course, I'm gonna go to the big stall. I'm gonna go to the handicap stall. I'm an asshole like that. Not really don't give a shit.
Well, in the words of Larry the Cable Guy, the handicap stall is the limousine of the pooping stalls.
It is, but I like it because it's got the handles and you can grab onto something when shit starts getting real.
You can grab the handles for power squeezing.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I get in there and I look at the toilet seat and I'm just like, I don't really want to sit on this. So I'm sitting there like, taking toilet paper, wiping off the seat. And then every time I move and I wiggle like this, it's just, I was like, oh, this is getting bad. I got to hurry. Because have you ever started sweating from having to poop so bad?
Yep.
Yeah, I was at that point. All right. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So I pulled out a whole bunch of toilet paper, lay it on the seat, and I drop the trowel, and I sit down. And right as I sit down, man, it starts coming. I'm making noise, and then all of a sudden I hear that door open up to the bathroom. Everything came to a dead stop. Everything. I mean, like, it's like somebody hit the pause button.
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why we do that as human beings. It's weird.
I know.
This guy sat down in the stall next to me, and he was just like, man, it stinks in here. I started laughing, right? I started laughing. So every time I'd laugh, it was like, and the whole time I'm doing it, I'm just like I'm trying to, clench the cheeks a little bit and hold it in because I'm getting kind of embarrassed at this point. And he's like, fuck it, man, just let it go. And I was just like, all right. So I let it go. And it was just like, sounded like somebody let the air out of a wet balloon.
Well, at that point, like when you hear the stall door shut next to you, now is the time to just go, all right, I'm unleashing the beast here. This is happening. And I'm going to get the hell out of here before you do. So the next person that comes in thinks it's you.
But
I put that wig on and I got hair all over my.
But it was funny because like after it was over with, I was standing there, I stopped sweating. I'm standing there at the sink. I'm washing my hands, and the dude was just like, "Damn," because it stunk so bad. It smelled like hot curry.
Well, sometimes it's, and I've done this before. You go into a public bathroom and you get in a situation like you were in, a hostile environment. And, you tear it up, blah, 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 right? And then you're over there washing your hands, not knowing that this man that just sat down next to you is a 30-minute or 30-second chump, He's just like, done, So you're over there washing your hands and he comes out and you have to make that eye contact like, yeah, it was me. So I've done this before, hey, you're done? Oh, shit. I was there for 10 minutes. But anyways, so I did this at Kohl's one time. I've got 2 Kohl's stories. Uh-oh. So, yeah. One of them's about the handicap saw, but this one wasn't it. So, dude came in next to me. I was like, I'm taking care of business, and I'm getting out. So what I did is Kohl's got that little foot thing. Yeah. So I get out of the stall. I leave.
You didn't wash your hands?
Didn't wash my hands.
Oh, you were that embarrassed?
No. I didn't wash my hands. I stood out there because, it's a little return section right there. So I waited for about 30, 45 seconds, went back in just to wash my hands. I'm a new person. He don't know it's me. I think it's him.
Oh. You walk back in there, you're like, damn, it stinks in here.
Good Lord, son, you're going to need to change your fucking clothes. God.
Smells like somebody ran over a skunk. Oh, man. Hey, remember that time we were over at, what was that, Hobby Lobby? And you were like, I got to go to the bathroom. I got shit.
Oh, hey. Yeah. That was a good one. You got me on that one.
Dude, I walked in there after. I was looking around. I asked my wife, I was like, you seen Jared? She's like, no. And I looked at Jared's wife and I was like, hey, Clay, you seen Jared? And she's like, oh, I think he went to the bathroom. And I just stood outside the bathroom for a minute trying to decide what I was going to say. Then I walk over there, open the door, and they're like, Jared, you in here? You're like, yeah. I was like, quit fucking around. You're fired. What the guys say in the bathroom?
He's like, damn, that's a bad boss. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna finish.
Yeah, we do so much.
Man, that one caught me off guard so bad, man. That was I chuckled. I chuckled a little on the outside.
Did you chuckle shit?
Maybe. Oh man.
Little green apple splatter on the side of the toilet.
I forgot about that. Shit, that's funny.
Dude, but see what was bad was I yelled that shit loud as hell.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that echoed. Hell, I thought I was fired. Shit.
It was good. It was great. I mean, it worked out perfectly for all involved.
Yes, it did.
I mean, the guy sitting next to you, he was probably ready to give you a donation.
Yeah. He's like, man, this dude needs a GoFundMe.
Did he say that?
No.
Oh, that would have been funny if he did.
No, I mean, could you imagine the description of the GoFundMe? I've seen some stupid ones like, hey, you know, I really need some help. I'm down on my luck. So I was taking a shit, right? I mean,
No, you want to know what the worst one I've ever seen was when I was doing a GoFundMe. I had a friend of mine back when I lived in Georgia.
mm-hmm.
He lived right next to a river, and we had some real bad flooding, and his house got flooded and all that. And him and his family were living on the second story of their house because the bottom of it was just, like a foot, 2 foot of water inside the house.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to decide whether or not he wanted to just go ahead and, give up on the house or try and fix it, but it was going to be really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey man, let me start you a GoFundMe page. And he's like, no, I don't really want to do that. So I did it anyway, because that's what friends do, right?
Yep. Go against wishes.
Well, I mean, look, we're always trying to help each other. You may not want the help, but you need it.
I guess. Yeah, I just mess with you.
And I'm going to help. So I got on GoFundMe for the first time ever, set up the account and all that. But before I set up the account, I was looking around to see, just kind of how everybody else did their stuff. Mm-hmm. Looking at some of the other accounts. And I ran across one where this guy was like, yeah, I need $800 to pay for a ticket. I'm lazy. I don't have a job. I was speeding. I'll probably do it again. Whatever you can give me. This dude
give him $1 for honesty.
This dude had 20 grand in his account. I was just like, for a fucking speeding ticket?
Damn. I need to make up some shit.
I'm like, I get you're being honest and I appreciate it, but at the same time, dude, I'm not going to pay for your fucking speeding ticket, especially when you're like, yeah, I'm probably going to do it again.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, fuck, man, I'm about to do well on this. Didn't do shit on mine because I was actually trying to help somebody that actually needed it.
Have you seen I can't say it's true or not, but I heard about it through people, through other things, whatever. But on GoFundMe, there was a page created for either like Kylie or Kaylee, whoever Jenner, to make her the youngest billionaire ever.
Oh, I have no idea. I could care less about the Kardashians.
Yeah. So what I hear is this woman, she's got millions of dollars as it is right now.
Yeah.
Somebody decided to create her a GoFundMe to make her the youngest billionaire.
Okay. Have you actually seen the account?
I haven't.
No, I hadn't heard about that.
We'll have to cross-reference it.
All right. We'll have to do some fact checking on that.
Inside editing joke.
You got to put our business out like that, man.
You think we do this in one take? Most times, yeah.
It's a one-time deal.
Y'all look stupid online. Yeah.
Yeah, sure you should see the outtakes.
I know, right?
If you really want to see how stupid we look online, you should look at the outtakes for our jerk-offs videos.
Jerk-offs.
Yeah, jerk-offs. With a V.
Yeah. Yeah, hell, there's one thumbnail that looks like I'm farting out a bomb. Farting an explosion. And I'm like this.
And I look like I'm holding a sword. And it's just chopsticks. All right, I got a question for you, brother. I got to find this out, all right?
Yep.
What is the nastiest thing that you've smelt while driving?
Well, I could say from Dothan on the way to Eufaula, on that stretch of road that I was on before, back in the day, there is a sulfur plant.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. But nobody is going to understand this like you are. Okay. We were riding down the road and I started gagging while
you're going with this, but okay.
While my wife was pregnant and enjoying the smell. Two opposites, right?
Okay, look, real quick. Pregnant women have the weirdest quirks. I don't know what it is, but like ice cream and pickles.
The bad thing is you're going to reverse that here in just a second. She was like, "Oh my God, we got to go to a gas station. I got to get blah," right?
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're driving down the road, and through the vents smells like absolutely nothing but banana Laffy Taffies. And
great.
Anybody that knows me knows a smell of banana, a look at a banana, and I'm gagging. It's bad. You can kill me. Banana is my kryptonite. I will die if you put a Laffy Taffy on my chest. I'm dead. So this smell is coming through the vents, and we have to stop into the gas station inside the smell zone.
Oh, no.
So I'm heaving and trying not to puke because of these banana Laffy Taffy smells. Still don't know what it is. So she grabs a bag full of these damn things. And
pure torture for you.
Yeah, it's horrible. And we go up to the cash register and she asks her, she goes, "You know, it smells like bananas outside." He hates bananas. She's like, "I can tell." But anyway, she's like, "Yeah, we've had a couple people and it does smell like bananas and we don't know why." But for some reason, there was a smell zone of banana Laffy Taffy, and that was the worst couple miles of my life, smell-wise.
That's funny. I've never ran across a candy smell outside of Savannah, Georgia on Riverwalk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they got this big candy store down there that's like right on the river.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making taffy and all kinds of other stuff in there. And it just, like, they make their own caramels for the caramel apples and chocolates and stuff. It's just, you walk by it and you get type 2 diabetes just from the smell, you know. But for me, I think the worst thing that I ever smelled while driving had to have been, I didn't do this. This happened to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
When I was stationed at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas, she was driving my Camaro, and I think she hit a skunk.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Fort Stewart, my Mustang.
Oh, yes. That was the skunk. Yeah, it was Fort Stewart in Georgia when she had her Mustang. I'm sorry. The Camaro is a different story. That was me. I'll tell you that in a second. But no, she hit a skunk, and I was driving the Mustang to work one day, and I had the AC vents on, and I think there was part of the skunk stuck underneath the car. Right? I didn't smell it right off the bat when I got in the car, but when I pulled out of the driveway and I started you're doing sound effects now, huh?
Sorry.
Okay. You feel better?
Yeah.
Empty out the airbag a little bit?
A little bit that way.
All right, so I'm driving to work, and like, you gotta remember, we lived on Post at the time, so it really wasn't that far. We're talking like 5-10 minutes. Well, one of the places that you have to drive by on Post from where we lived, you had to drive by the sewage treatment plant that was on the military installation.
Ooh,
that place during the summer always stunk to high heaven, right? Nobody, like, we do PT, we couldn't run down that way because everybody would start puking from the smell, right? Because it just smells like hot shit out in the sun. It's god awful. But I'm driving to work and I turn the AC vent on and it's just nothing but dead skunk ass. Have you ever smelt a skunk?
Oh yeah.
You know just how bad it is when they're alive. Imagine how it is when they're dead and hot and cooking underneath the car.
That's horrible.
I gagged so hard that I actually puked up some bile from the smell. I did. I could not drive that car. When I got to work, I was looking all around that car. I had the hood open. I was like, what the fuck? You know? So I had to drive it home. I put it in the garage because I never found the skunk. But then later on, my wife told me, she's like, oh yeah, I was driving down through town and in Hinesville and I hit a skunk. Just like, oh my God.
Got sprayed.
I was like, oh, it's so awful. And it didn't go away for a couple of days.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it stuck there like full force for a couple of days. And then like after a week, the smell started to wane off a little bit. And you're just like, thank God.
Yeah, I used to see them on the side of the road after they got hit. It was like, oh man, that one's fresh. Turn the air off. Turn everything off. You just shut it down. You shut the car down. We're just gonna fucking go in neutral through the smell. And you gotta like pay attention to basically the decomposition of that little rodent animal thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the funk cat. You got to pay attention to how bad it looks. Like, okay, it's almost gone, so it probably don't stink as bad now. But that's like 3 weeks.
You ever hold your breath when you see one? You're like, oh, hell no. You hit the gas pedal. Cop's sitting right there by the skunk. He knows it's there, and he's ready to tag you while you're speeding by to get through.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I got bait. Damn buzzard won't even come down for that shit.
No.
Man, I had that white BMW, that 328 that I had, that white one. We went to a pet store, a reptile store, and we were grabbing some supplies and things like that. So we were in there for maybe 10 minutes, something like that, just in and out pretty quick. We get back in the car, and it's like 90 degrees outside. This is 2 summers ago.
Yeah,
I think it was 2. I think it was 2 summers ago.
I remember.
Yeah, so we get in the car and I crank it and I blast the air conditioning. All of a sudden my dash just starts going. I mean, the whole dash is shaking. It is freaking crazy. I don't know how loud I am, but I'm probably loud. Anyways, so we're like, what the hell? So I turned the air off. My dash stopped shaking. Like, look over there. I'm like, we're going to die. It's too hot. So I turn the air back on low, and you hear and you see the dash just kind of shaking like this. So long story short, end up taking it to go get it fixed. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it. I've checked everything I can check. So go taking it into this place, and they fix it. They tell me they're replacing the blower, the fan, and all that stuff or whatever for the air conditioning. I was like, crap, what the hell happened? And go in there, and they're like, dude, you know what was in there? I was like, no. They're like, man, this dude, he almost shit his pants. I went, what are you talking about? He's like, man, there's like this big ass rat. It was white, about this long. He had big ass red eyes. I went, what? And then we got to thinking about it. We had been to that pet store that does sell rats, because some weird people will keep rats as pets, and they smell horrible. So, yeah. So this rat had climbed up in my air conditioning, and whenever I turned on the air, he was in the fan blower. And that's flopping around. And that's what was making my dash go up and down. And it did stink. It stunk for a little bit, but it wasn't a skunk. It wasn't as bad as a skunk.
Now, I think the worst thing that I ever had happen to me in a car was in Texas. I was on my way. I was on my way from Killeen to I-10.
You're talking about the deer?
Yeah, I'm talking about the deer.
Waycross, Georgia.
That wasn't Waycross.
Damn, son, get your states right.
That was Waycross. That was Texas.
I'm sorry.
Damn, quit trying to screw my stories up.
But I say you don't even know what state your stories are in.
Nah, it was Texas. I know because I bought the damn Camaro in Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Trying to tell me I don't know my cars. Go on now. No, I'd only had the Camaro probably for a couple of months, and I was like, hey, I'm going to go home on leave. So I was going to Florida. I was on my way down from Killeen to I-10, you know, just right below south of Houston. And I was on one of these back roads. It's the middle of the night, pitch black ass dark, right? And I was like, all right, so speed limit on the road was like 75, 80 miles an hour, right? It's like one of these old highways that truckers use and shit.
Yeah, Texas has gotten in the 80s in some spots, yeah.
So I'm just booking it, right? There ain't nobody on this road. Pitch black ass dark. I'm driving. I go down this little hill like this, and as I come back up, I don't see it until it's too late. But there's like this deer carcass in the middle of the road that a trucker had hit, and he cut it in half.
Oh shit!
Right? I didn't know this until I came up the hill on the other side. It wasn't that big of a hill, but I mean it was just like this. But I didn't see it because the deer was over here. You know how low the Camaro sits?
Oh yeah.
I hit that thing, and by the time I see it, I couldn't get around it. I was going too fast by the time I saw it, and dude, I hit that thing, and all you hear is this.
That's horrible.
And you can hear
gross.
of the deer carcass just rolling, and you can hear the bones cracking and breaking from this deer carcass. And I was just sitting there. My kids and my wife were asleep, and I'm just sitting there. Because it sounded so bad. And then, I don't know, probably a couple of miles down the road, I found a gas station. I get out, and I went to look, and the front end of my car is covered in blood. There's blood down the street, down the side. You can smell part of the deer still cooking on the bottom side of the car, and I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh no, that's so bad.
I go inside, and there's this girl standing there, and she's just like this out the window. She's like, you know? And I was like, hey, you wouldn't happen to have some Windex and a bunch of paper towels, would you? And she's like, hang on a second. So she hands me the Windex and paper towels from behind the counter. She didn't make me buy any. She's like, here you go.
Here, you can keep it.
And I'm just sitting out there in the parking lot. Checking the car to see if I had any damage. No damage. Surprised the hell out of me. You know. But, dude, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard while driving. You know. Just the sound of a deer carcass crunching underneath the car. But, yeah, that's the worst thing I ever heard while driving was the sound of a deer carcass crushing itself underneath my low-ass Camaro.
That sounds horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds really bad.
I think I heard a hoof. I'm not sure. It was gross.
Well, at least you didn't pick it up, put it in the back seat like Tommy Boy.
Throw it on my kids while they're asleep. Here you go, dinner.
We got a new pet.
It's only half of one. We put a down payment. It's installment plans. You get it half.
That's right.
Piece by piece.
Oh shit.
But
dude, that's bad.
Oh, dude.
I'm surprised you didn't have any damage. That's crazy.
I didn't. That's what really surprised me the most. You know, the fact that I hit it doing probably about 70 miles an hour or so. And next thing you know, I hit this deer and I get out and look at it. There's no damage. So I guess I wasn't going as fast as I thought I was, but still.
Yeah.
You know, because I wasn't looking at the speedometer. I was just driving. I was, you know, middle of the night. Good times, though.
Nice. Well, sir, it has been fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll have to do this again. But before we go, I want to sponsor is Silent Storm Gifts. If you ever want to get something nice for a friend, a family member, birthday gift, whatnot, she makes all kinds of handmade things. This is all beadwork, if you can look at it and see. Oh,
it disappeared. Oh, it's back.
There it is. Yeah,
it's
good
gone.
beadwork.
It's back.
She's got a couple of different ones. If you're ever looking for a T-shirt, a mug, you know, bumper sticker, something, you know, she's got all kinds of wonderful little things. It's all handmade. Go to Silent Storm Gifts at Etsy.com. Look her up. The description is in the link. If you have something that you want custom made, just make sure you ask her if she can do it first, and then she'll probably tell you send her the link or a picture or whatever, and she'll find a way to do it and get it to you. Prices are good too.
I've got a custom project.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's a coffee cup.
What you want?
I want a coffee cup that on the very bottom of it changes what it says after it cools down.
Okay.
While it's hot, it says, "Kiss my ass." And then as it cools down or it's empty, whenever I'm putting it up, it says, "You can talk."
Can you do that?
I've never tried it.
Okay. She's never tried that, but she'll figure out a way to do it. And I'm pretty but all you got to do is just tell us how big of a mug you want and what color you want it to be.
It's going to be awesome.
Because it's probably going to be on like a white mug or something, so it can be clearly visible, but
So, so in the mornings when people are trying to talk to me and I have my coffee, when they start talking, just going to take a sip.
You do realize that the only people talking to you right now is your family and your house, and you can just tell them to leave you alone.
Yes, I understand.
You're like, stop talking to me. I don't want to hear it.
I'm tired. I'm old and grumpy.
Then you go over to your liquor cabinet. I'm going to Irish this up a little bit.
There you go.
Put like a drop of coffee, all whiskey.
Yeah. What is that? It's good.
Sitting there on your conference calls on Monday mornings going.
Wife's going to come up bitching to you. I'm just going to go, I'm not going to brush my teeth, have whiskey breath, just.
That's awful. That's horrible.
Oh, right, shit.
Well, hey, everybody, thanks for watching us and listening to us talk about poop and nasty stuff this time. Make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell. Share us with your friends. Leave a comment if you want us to talk about something. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to talk about it, depending on what it is. Me and Jay will sit here and discuss if we want to talk about that or not. And yeah,
we shall figure it out.
Oh yeah, but mostly we'll talk about anything. Anything. I mean, you just saw poop, and Jay is looking for the ghosts again.
My lights flashed.
Uh-oh.
And I'm in my dungeon basement.
Uh-oh. Well, that's the prisoners asking for their food. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, I'll have a great night and or day, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining us here on Real Talk with Jay and M.
And I'm Jay.
And I'm M.
Bye.
Bye.